Hi everybody, this is Dave Cooley with RunRepeat.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Asics Gel Excite 6. This is a budget shoe that you would never guess is actually a budget shoe. Now the overall look of this shoe, it tends to look, at least to me, very sleek, very stylish, something that looks like a more expensive trainer. It actually looks quite a bit like the Gel Cumulus 20 model that Asics had out at the same time. I think they're actually up to a Cumulus 21 now, but even that doesn't look that different. You can see it has kind of a very sleek profile here. It has a little bit of faded coloring in the back here, which is kind of neat. Very kind of traditional looking, but at the same time very modern looking running shoe. I like the way it looks. So the fit of this shoe is really excellent for me. I have a traditionally D-width foot. Most running shoes these days I find are a little on the narrower side. I feel like they're more in the C-width area, and some of them are kind of hard for me to fit into, especially brands like Nike and Under Armour. I can never wear those brands because of the narrow fit those have. These have more of a traditional D-width foot fit. They actually have plenty of room up front for my feet. I know some people think that they're a little tight, but the thing about it is that they have a very stretchy upper, so it will expand a little bit with your feet, and I find that that works really well. It gives me plenty of room. I don't feel like my toes are pinched or the sides of my feet are pinched. I feel like it's almost kind of like a sock up here, which makes them fit very, very well, whatever activity I'm doing. So the uppers of the shoe, I just mentioned the stretch. There's a lot of stretch and give in this upper. You can really make it stretch, and that's good if you have a little bit of a wider foot. I think it just gives you a little bit of extra room. As I mentioned, the heel here is very firm and rigid, which really holds the rear foot in place when you're running. I don't like running shoes that have too loose of a heel. They don't tend to give me enough support in the back, but these sure do. It's almost like a rock hard area back here, and for me that works very, very well. Now the midsole of the shoe is comprised of two types of cushioning. You get your gel cushioning, which is traditional in Asics. See, it says Gel Excite here. You also get Amplifoam cushioning. It's a new kind of cushioning system that Asics has implemented lately, and it runs the full length of the shoe. So I definitely think that this is better than older Excite models that just had the gel cushioning and then just plain rubber up front. I feel like the full-length Amplifoam cushioning definitely makes this something you can run in comfortably and not just have as a general gym shoe or daily wear shoe. The insoles of these shoes are just flat. I think they're made of an ortholite material, but I threw them away. They didn't have any contour. Instead, I put in these Superfeet inserts. They're kind of like a bit of a rigid plastic heel cup here. For me, that's good because I have just a little bit of problem with pronation. I'm basically a neutral runner, but I use these inserts just to help with a little bit of the stability issue. And these shoes have plenty of room for these Superfeet inserts. The ones that came in there just pop right out. I was able to put these in, and I don't feel like the addition of the inserts makes my feet feel cramped. So I really think that there's plenty of room on these shoes for whatever kind of insert you want to use. The outsole of this shoe is a hard, durable rubber. It's not the A-hard, the Asics abrasion resistant material that they usually use. I'm not actually sure what the acronym stands for, but sometimes they have that on some of their trail models just to give it a little bit of extra firmness and durability. This doesn't have that, but I've found in my use of these that the rubber that is on here is really good. It's hard, solid, it's going to protect your feet. There's not too much exposed midsole here, just a little bit down in the middle part where you can see the gel pod in here. And it's also got this guidance line system down here which guides your foot along as you walk or run. I find that that's pretty helpful for me when I'm walking or running, although typically the outsole of the shoe is the thing I care about the least unless I'm wearing a trail shoe. However, these are something that I really like. The design of them, it's pretty good at giving you balance and support from the ground up. The pros and cons of this model, mainly pros. This is a budget shoe. You're not going to spend a lot of money on these. I spent, I think, about $60 on my pair, but you can get them for less than that. I got this mainly as a wear around and walking shoe, not as much as a running shoe, but I've actually found I've been able to do some running in it, and I was quite comfortable when I was able to do that. Now, I feel like this is going to fit a lot of people. I think it's going to be something that most people with an average width foot could wear, and I think they also have a wide model, so if you have a wider foot, you can select this shoe as well. I like the aesthetic. That's another pro. I think it looks cool. I think it's something you could wear with jeans or just around town just as well as you could a running shoe, and that's basically what I do with it more often. I usually use other models for actually running. But it's also versatile enough to go in the gym or to be used when you're doing some low mileage running. It's good for a lot of different things. And at this price, if you're looking for a shoe that's going to do a lot of things for you, I would say this would be a really good choice. This would be your one shoe that can get you through a lot of different activities, maybe even a little bit of off-road too. So if you're looking for one shoe for a lot of things and you don't have a lot of money, say this is definitely one you want to consider. So the cons of this model, really, I just don't think it's good for things like marathon running or even really any long distance running. It just doesn't have enough cushioning, I think, for some of that sort of thing, especially if you're on a road where it's going to be really hard. I don't actually use them for long distance running. I use other shoes for when I'm doing a real running workout. But if you're going to be mainly on a treadmill, elliptical, or walking, or doing running that's less than 2 or 3 miles, I think these will do you just fine. If you want to do your first 5K, I think this is going to be the shoe for that. So throwing some pros in the con section here, but that's how much I like this shoe. I think it's really excellent, and that's why overall I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good, solid shoe for a lot of different activities, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a shoe, but you want to have a quality product, this is going to be one for you. Just to summarize, I think this Asics Gel Excite 6 is a really excellent shoe overall for a budget shoe. I think it's going to give you a lot of support, a lot of cushioning for basic daily activities, training. It could be used as a cross trainer or a runner, and I think it fits really, really well. I think it's very cushioned, very supportive, very comfortable. So for anybody who's looking for a basic budget shoe that they can wear for a lot of different activities and have as a versatile option, I think this is going to work for you. So don't forget to leave comments below if you have any familiarity with this product and have any thoughts about it. And also don't forget to check out my written review of this product on the Run Repeat site, as well as other reviews that are on that site. It's a great source of information on running shoes and other shoes for other activities like hiking or cross training. I select my shoes based on what I see on that site, and I did so long enough that I decided to start writing for them too. So I definitely recommend the site, recommend all the content that's on there. Please do check it out. Thank you.